Hello, my name is Hafiz Ghanem, and I am the Vice President of the World Bank responsible for the Middle East and North Africa. I'm really happy to talk to you today, like I did talk to you last year, because I think that the work that you're doing is extremely important. Peace in the Middle East is a dream that many people have, and it is something that we all are seeking to achieve. The main hope for peace in our region is you, the young people. The majority of the people in the Middle East today are young, are less than 25 years old, and they're the ones, I think, who are going to make peace in the future. We at the World Bank are standing ready to help you and to work with you, to work with all the governments in the region to improve living conditions and to put the foundations for a lasting peace.
There is a very strong relationship between environmental degradation and wars and conflict. For sure not an easy one, because wars are always organized violence by army generals or by politicians who want to achieve some political purpose by going into an armed conflict. But unless you have the environmental degradation, it's normally much likely that you go to war. All over the Middle East, of course, water is very scarce. If your family and your parents and grandparents have normally lived in an era and there is lack of water now, well, you will normally move, and you may move to some place where some others are living, and then you have a conflict. If the area where you are living, the farmland is destroyed, the forest is burned down, the ecosystem is degraded, and you see climate change, well, again, conflict is much more likely. And if the island of your historical inhabitants of your family, that island is not anymore inhabitable, well, then you move on, and again conflict is very likely to happen. So let's realize that by fighting environmental degradation, we are also doing something very important for a more peaceful planet. We need to focus on the war entrepreneurs, to stop them, to stop wars. Peace movement is strong, and thank you so much, all of you, for participating in that. But we also need this wider perspective of understanding that fighting for the environment of this extremely vulnerable, beautiful, fantastic planet we got from the Almighty, by fighting for that, we're also fighting for peace.
Hello guys, my name is Ryan O'Keefe. I'm the Director of Communications of the Enel Group. We're one of the biggest companies in the world. We're an electricity business. We generate, distribute and help our customers to manage their electricity consumption in more than 30 countries on 4 continents. I'm really delighted to have the opportunity to speak to you today. I'm so impressed with what you guys have achieved, and actually as a Director of Communications, I have to say your achievements in creating such a fantastic digital platform is really an inspiration to me, and there's a lot that we can learn from you. I want to talk to you about the way in which we as an energy company approach the impact that we need to have on a world which is changing very quickly and which is moving in a direction which is going to require us all to take a very close look at how we can be more sustainable. We actually look at sustainability together with the concept of innovation. Sustainability for us means, from a commercial point of view, ensuring for our shareholders a business that is going to grow and continue to flourish in the long term. That requires a very strong focus on the communities for whom we are working. We are an energy company. We go into the homes of people. And in order to do this successfully, we need to understand what our customers need from us and what the communities that we serve, what they need from us. Sustainability for us is about ensuring we do that in the best possible way. The second half of this paradigm is innovation. As a business, of course, we need to ensure that we're looking to grow. You cannot grow your business if you haven't assured your sustainability of your business. So we always put innovation on top of sustainability. Innovation for us is very exciting. In the world of electricity, there are all sorts of things that we're looking to do at the moment. Electric mobility, and not just electric mobility, but a very interesting version of it, which we call vehicle-to-grid technology. We're developing all sorts of new and interesting ways to generate electricity, not just in power plants, but even on the roof of your own home. How we can store electricity, and all the things that we can do with that. Managing electricity is really gets to the very heart of innovation and sustainability, and it's going to be a very exciting ride for us in the next 5 to 10 years. I hope we're going to have a number of you guys joining us on this journey in some way, either as customers or as innovative partners with whom we can work to break down barriers, reduce costs, and deliver fantastic services and experiences for the communities that we serve around the world.
Dear YaLa young leaders, dear Ambassador Xavier, you are the hope for the future. We are at the dawn of a new industrial revolution, the fourth industrial revolution. And this revolution will change everything. It will change how we consume, how we produce, how we interact. It will change us. And this revolution will be driven by you, the young people. But what is most important is that in order to succeed in this revolution, we need a completely new mindset. A mindset of sharing, a mindset of being capable of living together in a multifaceted society, a mindset of serving society. That's what you are doing. I'm also proud of you because the World Economic Forum has been involved in the region actually since the Oslo days. We always believed that there is a solution for the problem. We always believed that the people in the region, and particularly Palestinians and Israelis, will live together in a peaceful way. Despite all the setbacks, you have not given up, and we should not give up. You can rely on the continued support of the World Economic Forum in reaching this objective. I wish you now very good work, and I would like to be with you because we share the same spirit, the spirit of reconciliation, the spirit of optimism, the spirit of let's do it.
Hi everybody, my name is Tristan Thompson and I'm in charge of corporate social responsibility at Dell. And I'm really excited to have the opportunity to talk to you today. And what do we want to talk about? Let's talk about how you can change the world. And I know that that sounds like a really big ask, but so many people are taking so many steps today to help us along the way. What are we doing at Dell? We have our 2020 Legacy of Good, and that's 21 goals that we've set that are really trying to change energy efficiency, e-waste. We're really trying to change our packaging. And let me tell you about a little bit, so I can put this on the individual level, about what are some of the individuals we work with doing. So one example is a gentleman who's a young man out in California, and he's pulling methane and carbon out of the air, and he's turning it into plastic. Think about that. He's taking the negative environmental effects that are in the air and creating something positive out of that. You can do that. What else do we have? We work with a dairy farmer in India. And you know what he does? He's collecting big data from his cows and using that to increase the milk yield per cow. And it's working. Learning about technology and how to utilize it for each of you is really going to help you take whatever your idea is and expand that idea and make it possible and make it scalable and make it really something that can change so many people's lives in the world. And the other really easy thing you can do, volunteer your time. That doesn't cost you anything but time. At Dell, our employees last year volunteered 811,000 hours. They impacted more than 16,000 organizations. You can do that. We all can. So thank you.
So I'm Dan Lewin. I'm a corporate vice president at Microsoft, and I look after technology and civic engagement. And I'm really excited to be here today. I'd like to congratulate all of the leaders in the YaLa organization for their support and the significant growth of the organization in fostering peace in the Middle East. I think it's an exciting time for young people around the world to come together and to leverage the use of modern technologies in support of making the world a safer and better place for all. So I'd like to congratulate the young leaders at the YaLa organization for their support of peace in the Middle East. At Microsoft, we're committed to the use of technology to create an inclusive and more supportive culture on a global basis. In our areas of interest around inclusiveness and privacy and security, as well as environmental sustainability, we want to encourage the young people around the world and congratulate the leaders in the YaLa organization for their work to make the world a better place.
Hi, I'm Daniel Kurtzer. I teach Middle East Policy Studies at Princeton University's Woodrow Wilson School of Public and International Affairs. Before that, I was an American diplomat, and I served for 30 years primarily dealing with Middle Eastern issues. I was the United States Ambassador to Egypt and the United States Ambassador to Israel, and devoted a considerable part of my career trying to bring about peace between Arabs and Israelis. In this respect, I want to congratulate you at YaLa for all that you've accomplished in just 5 years. You've created a bridge for understanding, a bridge for dialogue, conversations about peace, getting to know each other, something that diplomats were not able to accomplish over the formal negotiating tables around which we worked. Peace is a desirable outcome, it's an important outcome, and it's a necessary outcome. At some point, of course, there will be a need for formal agreements which leaders and diplomats and statesmen will sign, but the only way that's going to happen is if you can continue to build this momentum towards peace, where you're talking to each other, where you're holding conversations and dialogue, and persuading your leaders that it's time to get beyond violence and threats and to move to negotiations. One of the most important outcomes of peace is going to be a Middle East that focuses on change, economic benefits for all, economic development, education, equality, the kinds of things that we all want, but are now being impeded by the continuation of conflict. So congratulations on the 5 years you've accomplished until now. Good luck for the future, and it's important for all of us that we continue our activities toward peace.